This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Yeah, we're gonna be grilling up some terrific ribeye cap steaks today. We're gonna be using the Weber kettle with the Santa Maria grill accessory from the Burn Shop. We're gonna be cooking over mesquite coals. This is gonna be a fantastic cook. And here we have 3 ribeye cap steaks. If you're not familiar with the ribeye cap, what it is, it's part of the muscle at the end of the ribeye steak, sort of opposite the bone, right there at the end. And a lot of times that'll be taken off and you'll have the ribeye attached to the bone, that main muscle, and they'll take this meat and it'll be just a long flap of meat. But often you'll get it rolled up like this and tied with a string, and it creates these sort of pinwheel steaks, and you can just tell by the marbling on here, it's gonna be insanely good. This may be a cut you're unfamiliar with, but trying new things is what makes this enjoyable for me. Learning is fun, and it's never been easier because of Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for people who want to expand their knowledge and sharpen skills that will help them pursue their goals. Maybe you want to dig into the basics of indoor gardening with ectoshottery, so you can enjoy fresh herbs and vegetables without an outdoor growing space. Or maybe you have a passion that you want to bring to others through YouTube. If that's the case, mega successful YouTuber Marquez Brownlee can give you the tips and strategies to get you started. If, like me, hearing that sizzle as a steak hits the grill is what brings a smile to your face, then Beef 101 with Patrick LaFrida may be the deep dive into different cuts of meat you've been waiting for.
But this is also called ribeye cap or ribeye cap meat. It has an excess amount of intramuscular fat and flavor that's beyond.
Skillshare offers thousands of engaging classes where you can learn at your own pace, mastering those skills that might have seemed too daunting to tackle on your own, or sharpening some that you've become a bit rusty at. Whatever your reason, Skillshare is the place to start your online learning journey. Don't hesitate, give it a try. The first 1,000 viewers who sign up using the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring those skills that bring you joy. So we're gonna season these up just with salt because we're also gonna be making a chimichurri sauce to go with this after they're grilled up. And really, there's so much flavor in this inherently that just a good coating of salt is gonna be what it needs. And after we get them seasoned up, we're gonna put these in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 hours, let that dry brine action get going, and then we're gonna grill them up. So I wanna give a really good coating of some freshly ground salt here. Don't be stingy with the salt here. This meat can take it. These over. Now, if you wanted to, you could salt the sides and add any other seasoning you like, but for me, this is gonna be basic, it's gonna be great. I don't really wanna season the sides because we're already gonna have that chimichurri sauce we're gonna be putting on here, and that mesquite coals are gonna give some great flavor too. So this just good layer of salt is gonna be enough. So this is gonna go in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours, then we'll get it out to the grill. But right now, we're gonna move on to our chimichurri sauce. Now, there are a lot of recipes for chimichurri. They vary greatly. A lot of them are very individual to families. They make it a certain way and they've made it that way for decades. What we're gonna be doing today is a pretty basic chimichurri sauce that is really, really flavorful. And we're starting with a cup of flat leaf parsley leaves that have been tightly packed when you measure them. So if you have a cup, measuring cup, pack them down in there to make sure you get that full amount. And if there are a few stems in here, don't worry about it. That's not gonna hurt anything. First thing I wanna do is break these down a bit. I'm gonna get these into smaller sizes. So we're just gonna chop them up. Just keep working it back and forth, scrape them together, get them in a pile, and chop. They don't have to be minuscule, but you do want them not to be whole. But If a whole parsley leaf slips through, you are not going to be sent to chimichurri prison. At least I don't think. I'm happy with that. Let's get it in a bowl and get the rest of our ingredients in. So first up, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. And that amount is completely adjustable. We may decide we want to add more. Next up, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 3 teaspoons of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon of a coarsely ground black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Now you could leave these out completely. You could use some red chilies which aren't very hot. You could use like a Fresno chili and chop that up fine, but I'm using red pepper flakes today. And now we mix. Get all these flavors incorporated. Like I said, if you want to add more olive oil to this, you can. If you want it a little bit more soupy, that's fine, a little more saucy actually. But I kind of like it like this, where it's a little bit of a paste. I just want to get a little taste here, see if we need to adjust for any seasonings. Let's see. Oh, that doesn't need anything, it's exactly what I want. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this into a bowl with a lid on it. It's just gonna sit out for probably 3 hours. Now you could make this 24 hours in advance, put it in the refrigerator, and if you do that, bring it out about an hour before you're gonna put it on things so it just kind of warms back up to room temperature and isn't so thick and congealed with that oil in there. But for me, this sitting out for a few hours is gonna be perfect. It's gonna allow those flavors to come together. It's gonna be great on our steak. So I'll see you out at the grill in a little while. So we've got some good coals burned down now from that mesquite wood, those mesquite chunks. I started with lump charcoal just to get us going. And I'm gonna do a front sear on these steaks. Actually, this steak, I'm doing 1 right now. I'm doing 2 a little bit later for some other people. So I wanna go ahead and lower the grate. We're gonna give it a sear, then we're gonna raise the grate on the Santa Maria grill attachment. I'm gonna put a temp probe in at that point, and we're gonna take it to about 130 degrees internal. When it reaches 130 degrees internal, I'm gonna pull it, let it rest for about 10 minutes, and we're gonna have a taste with some of that chimichurri we made. So let's go ahead and lower the cooking grate. And we're gonna get our steak on. Ah, looking good. Give it just a little turn there. Let's go ahead and flip this. What we're doing. That is looking good. Let's go ahead and raise the cooking grate. Go ahead and get a temperature probe in here. Try and get right dead center. And we're just gonna let that go till we reach that 130 internal. If I need to adjust the grate up or down a little bit, I will, but I think we're gonna sit pretty much like this. All right, our temp is moving quickly. I just took a little video of it hitting 122, and right now it is at 127. That was about 30 seconds ago, so we're moving quick. As soon as it hits 130, I'm gonna pull that temperature probe out, get it off here, get it foiled so that we can have a taste in about 10, 15 minutes. So here is our finished ribeye cap steak. It's been resting for about 15 minutes under foil. I'm gonna cut the string off, and then I'm gonna cut in, and we're gonna put some chimichurri on this. Let's get our string off here. All right, so I'm just gonna cut straight across here. We'll open this up, see how we did. Ha-ha. I am liking that. Yes. Got a nice pink in there. And I had this little piece that fell off, so I'm just gonna have to taste that right now and see how it is. There may be better cuts of steak in the world, but I'm not sure. This has always been, to me, one of the best you can get. Let's get a little bit of chimichurri on this. Now let's get a proper taste of this with some of that chimichurri. Here we go. There is just something so nice about the parsley, the herbs in there, the oregano, the oil, the garlic. It all just goes so well with beef, and especially with a great cut of beef like this. I need another taste here. It's definitely a treat if you can find a ribeye cap steak. It's not inexpensive, but especially for maybe a special occasion or a really nice meal you want, I think this steak is probably about the best you can make. And I'd like to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Remember, if you sign up using the link in the video description, you'll get a 1-month free trial. So go ahead, head on over, learn some new skills or sharpen some of the old ones you already have.